Okay. I think I got it fixed this time. On the YouTube. Where's the video, Scott? It's been 24 hours. I know. That's part of what I'm going to address today. That's part of what I'm going to address. Look, I'm listening and I'm learning. I upset a big part of the internet with my videos. And I need you all to help me craft an apology video today. Quitters don't get to pet dogs. I know. I'll wait for a little bit more people to show up, but we can do the contexto of the day if you all would like to, since I have not done it today. Just want to make sure that it is that YouTube is working. We got Bill Clockwell says less goo, so hopefully that's a good thing. Tell them mutt nuts what's what. I don't know if I will. I need your guys' opinion. I need your opinion to let me know if I made a mistake. Emily, I guess we're at crowdsourcing PR firm response. Yeah. I don't have a PR firm. I have my comments, my internet comments. I will double check really quickly. Yeah, okay. People are showing up from YouTube. I knew Twitch was live. Twitch was live like minutes before YouTube, and I couldn't figure out why. And now I understand why, because I don't know how this worked before. I swear it wasn't always like this, but I used to just be able to hit go live on my streaming app, like the stream encoder thing that I use, the streaming software, that's a word. And it used to just go live on YouTube as soon as I hit go live. And now I have to go into the YouTube studio and say, actually, for sure this time, for real, 100% I mean it, do go live. Whereas I don't have to do that on Twitch. I just hit go live on the streaming software and it goes live on Twitch. Why do they give me this extra step? Whatever, it doesn't matter. People are showing up. It's great. I love it. I'm going to share it in my own Discord really quickly as well, because I always forget to include my own Discord. You can get access to my Discord by supporting me on Patreon, patreon.com/NerdSync. I assume. God, I don't open Discord enough. It has to do like 8 updates. How is everyone? How's the audio? Is it good? I can turn up the background music a little bit more if we need, just to give us some vibes here. Yes, let me go to my own thing. I'll just go to live stream questions. Yep, and I'll just say I'm here at everyone. I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch. That's the YouTube link. I know you guys can't see anything I'm doing. I understand. I just don't want to share my screen right now, just because it's got the back end of the YouTube studio on it right now. And I don't want to dox my IP or whatever. I don't know. Twitch.tv/NerdSync. I do appreciate that. You know what? You got to say it. Twitch is good at live stream stuff. They make it so easy. I don't have to share a new link to a new stream every time I go live. It's the same link every time. It's just my twitch.tv/NerdSync, and I'm live there. Whereas YouTube live, I have to have this whole new URL scheme. It's so weird. I don't like it. Anyway. There we go. We'll get more people to show up, potentially. Anyway, we'll do the contexto, and I'll talk about my whole thing, my whole deal. Oops. Also, if you are not following me on Twitch and you want to try following me just to see if I fixed the alerts so they shouldn't always be the spooky space kook, that should only happen randomly, that would be nice. Oh, I guess I could pull your guys' chat up. I don't know why I haven't done that. Run an apology video through Google Translate 200 times. Just send me some Skittles. I'll write an apology. All sounds good. I haven't been here since the last stream. Twitch mobile app is a bitch-ass motherfucker. That's pretty good. Hey! Alright, thank you, Sam B. Art, for the follow. That's what it's supposed to be. The Spooky Space Kook is supposed to be a random event. It's supposed to catch me off guard. In fact, I will say in the future, I'll probably just disable that sound effect, the running sound effect, and then just have it'll still pop up on screen, but silently. I don't know. See, now I'm already thinking, like, do I miss the Spooky Space Kook? Do I miss the element of chaos it brought anytime someone followed me? I don't know. Hey, thank you, Von Aether, for the follow. Appreciate you. You caught a second stream. I appreciate it. All right, let's do the contexto really quickly. I don't have much time today because it's already 4 and I basically only have an hour. I'll probably still end up streaming for a little bit later. So apologies, Emily. All right, let's do the contexto if I can get it popped up here. Is it this button? Oh, I didn't test any of this. Yeah, there we go. That works. All right. Does everyone remember how the contexto works? It doesn't matter. We're going to do it together. I'm just going to type, normally I ask you all what is a good starting word. I'm going to pick the word today because I'm listening and I'm learning and I'm hearing and I'm growing. And the word is going to be dog. Is going to be the word today. The idea how this works, in case you're not familiar, is we're just going to type in dog. Hey, it's pretty close. Hey, thank you, Camel Fant, for the follow. That's actually not bad. That's like a middle thing. So so the word that we're trying to find, the mystery word, is somewhat related to dog. How did I upset the doggo community? I will talk about it. Bark, that's a good one. Let me actually double check really quickly. I do kind of want to make sure that the YouTube stream is, low latency. All right, cool. It was on normal latency before, and I didn't love that because it was just so far behind. So anyway, bark, wolf. Wolf might be, if it was wolf, I think it would be closer. If it was bark, it might be closer. We will just play it safe, and we will do animal. Animal is so good. Animal is so good. Thank you, Sam B. Art. Creature. Creature is good. Creature is a little bit less. Animal, maybe monster. Didn't we do this before? Oh, yeah, we got the word fang last time we did this. And it was like animal, creature, monster. All right, it's not monster. It's not monster. Mammal. Mammal is good. Mammal is good, Sadib. I appreciate that. If I can spell it right. If I can spell it right. Oh, mammal is very good. Thank you, Machines of Loving Grace, for the follow. Appreciate you. One of you is trying, you all are trying so hard to get me the Spooky Space Kook sound to happen. And maybe it will happen. And it'll happen while I'm recording my apology. And it's going to really sour the whole thing. Fur, ape. Fur is good. I would say fur would be closer related to dog, in my opinion. So ape is good. No, ape is bad, apparently. I'll try fur. I've gotten a couple people saying fur. Fur is good. What did we do it in before? Didn't we get one like under 10? Was that the one we got fang? I can't remember. That was good. Mammal. Mammal's the closest. Animal. Mammal. Birth? Could it just be like birth? It seems to be a category of animal rather than an... Or it could just be something related to animals. And mammals. Mammals give birth. Other animals lay eggs. It has to be something that is very specific to mammal. Mammary, as in the gland mammals are named after. Canine. If it was canine, dog would be much higher, I feel. Placenta. Egg. Egg would still work in this case. But I do feel like mammal wouldn't be so close to egg. Maybe it would be. I'll tell you, Robert, I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened after we solve this. Egg is bad. I don't know why I went with egg. I'm sorry. Sharks and snakes give live birth. Yes, for sure. But the way that this works is you have to think about what is a word that is so related to these other words at the top. Mammal, animal, fur, creature. Mammal's by far the closest. What is like the one? It's not saying it's exclusive to mammals. It's not saying the word that is the secret word is exclusive to mammals. But what is the one that mammal comes up, like, is so closely related to? Domesticated, rodent, human. What if it is just human? Milk. Milk isn't bad. Let's try human. Human is bad. Human is bad. All right, so I think that was actually really good, really helpful. So with that, I'm going to say it's probably not related to birth in any capacity. My assumption. Human is further away than dog or ape. Friend. Friend isn't terrible. But why would mammal be so close to friend? When you think of the word friend, is mammal like top 10 words you think of? I don't think platypus would be it either, just because I think egg would be higher, because that's like the thing that people know about them. Wild. Let's get another one on the board. Wild. Wild was okay. Monotreme. Yes. Yeah, this is a really good point, Mini Hood. It's not that the thing is a mammal, but that the thing is like the word mammal. That's very good. Livestock could be good. Hello, I switched to YouTube. Okay, was this Twitch just that bad? I mean, the thing is, it could be a mammal. Right? Like, it could be cow, and cow is related to dog. Because they're cows on farms and whatnot. Livestock was bad. Alright, because we're kind of stuck, I will succumb to marsupial. I really am doubtful of monotreme, if that's even how you say that. I just don't. I'll say marsupial. It was in there. I'm gonna switch to Twitch now. Just back and forth. Cook my analytics and statistics. We got 12 people watching on Twitch. That's actually huge for me. That's huge. As a person who just started doing Twitch stuff, that's huge for me. Biology. See, I like the broadness of this. Oops. Biology. Nope, bad. YouTube delay is always worse than Twitch. I'm just saying you can get your guesses in faster if you're on if you're over there. Why does it switch back? I don't like that it does that. Sorry, I'm playing around with my stream deck. It always like takes me away from where I want to be. Kingdom, order, class, phylum. I'll try those. I will try. No. I'm gonna say that discounts order, class, or phylum as well, because they would be much more related to kingdom. No contento, only contexto. What is the highest honor I can bestow you other than making you a mod? That was very good. We'll give it a highlight. I don't even think I have highlights on here. No, I don't. Very, very good. Anyway. Why? Wait, would it differentiate mammal and mammalian?
Jinkies.
Avatar Song, thank you for the subscribe. Thank you for subscribing on Twitch. Holy cow, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Did that update my thing, my counter?
Braziers.
Oh my gosh, and another one. I have to get better at Twitch. Sam B. Art gifted Avatar Song a tier 1 subscription. Whoa! That's awesome. I don't know why this isn't updating. My get coffee sometimes thing isn't updating. But that should be accurate. Thank you so much. This is very exciting for me. All right, sorry. We'll go back to the game. It's not science, so canine. Didn't we already try canine? I can't remember. No, we didn't. But if it was canine, dog would be so much higher. All right, sorry. Let me get distracted. I am getting distracted. It was a gift from Sam Bear first time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sam Bear. I don't know why it's displayed in that way. I just got to look at the actual notifications to see what actually happened. But thank you so much. This was awesome. Fox. Why not? Oh, I got to put a Tim Allen grunt on my soundboard. Fox is the best we've done, Bill Clockwell. This is very good. Ad time, yummy. I don't even know how ads work on Twitch. I'm so new to this. How is fox closer to mammal than dog? Then it's got to be like really specific about foxes. Or like what's another fox-related animal? Fox. X-Men. Fox. 20th century Fox. 20th century. Millennium. Millennials. Skinny jeans. Teens who wear jeans to moms who wear jeans to match their teens' jeans. Does anyone remember that commercial? Moms who wear jeans to match their teens' jeans. Coyote is good. Fennec is good. Let's try coyote. Further. Wolf. Mic drop. I feel like dog would be closer to wolf, but maybe not. Fox is still the closest. Is this how you spell that word? No. We could still get it under 25. Bear. Bear is close. Bear, mammal, fox. Fox is still the closest. We've already done wild, is down here. 144. Stoat. River. Choose a domain. I like where your head is at, Firepaw. River. Interesting. A fox. A mammal. A bear. Stoat feels good. Otter maybe feels good. I'm going with my gut. Let's go! None of you even said that. That was all me. My gut said otter. And I was right. But you all got me there. You all helped get me there, and I appreciate that. Well done. All right, let's play the Jeff Goldblum mole, and then we'll actually talk about the thing, because this could take 1 second. All right, we solved it. All right. And if we have more time today, we will play the other games that we sometimes play. So let me get this. Let me help you understand what's going on. Because you probably read the title of the stream and you're like, what happened, Scott? Let me see if I can refresh my little thing to see if it's working at all anymore. Or not the alerts, sorry. The sub goal I need a refresh on really quickly. Is it working? It still says 1. I don't know why. That should have been updated. Anyway. Isn't there a horse version of the game? Yes. Okay. So let me explain what happened. All right. And I'll turn the music down. Yeah, you know what? I'll record as well. Just because I don't know which of these live streams are going to be edited into videos. So I'm just going to record as well. Say hi, YouTube chat. Well, say hi, YouTube, comma, chat. So like chat, say hi, YouTube. Sad piano. That is what. So I'm planning on updating my soundboard with like music that I can just hit, and I don't have to, I can do stuff like that. Have sad music, have happy music. I've got some of it actually. If I can, I've got like this is gonna be fun. I should have done this. I should have done this when I got it right. This feels like a very victorious, like we did it, chat. Let's go. Anyway. I'll go back to. I'll play the music again. Sorry for that. Thanks for all the hi YouTubes. All right, so basically, here's what happened. I don't know if you all saw, but I upset and have been consistently upsetting over the past couple of days. The online dog community, dog talk specifically, I believe, is extremely upset with me. And I guess I should rewind and sort of tell you all like what happened. So an image was released. I bet I could probably pull it up really quick here. Live action Scooby-Doo. No, not the movies. I love them. Netflix. Come on. DuckDuckGo. Please work with me. Do I have to use Google Images? I do. Hold on. It's Scooby-Doo Origins. I know. I'm not prepared. That's okay. This is all edited down. All edited. It's all going to be edited down. Oh my god. Now I can't access this article unless this sucks. Hold on. Can I just open photos? Sorry. I just want to open this. There we go. All right. I'm just opening up a file in my internet browser because that's faster than actually trying to find it on a site. Anyway, here is a picture that was released. This Netflix released this photo of this puppy that is going to be play. This puppy is going to play Scooby-Doo in the live-action Netflix TV show Scooby-Doo Origins. It's the first time they've ever used a real dog to play Scooby-Doo in any of these live-action things. Not that there's been like a bunch of them, but there's a new one, and they have a real puppy, or presumably a series of puppies, as they film over the course of weeks, months, all that good stuff. Why do you keep saying Scott's not wearing a jacket? It's not that... No jacket, it's not that serious. Do I wear jackets when things are serious? I think I just wear jackets when it's cold. And it's the summer, and it's like... It's hot. Anyway, so here's the dog. Here's the dog. I love this dog. I think it's cute. So what's been happening is I have been on a campaign, you could say. I've been on a campaign of making videos where I just want to say, I want to pet the dog.
Day 2 of me very politely.
That's day 2. Where's day 1? Oh, I pinned it.
Okay, this is day 1 of me officially asking to be invited to the inevitable premiere of the live-action Scooby-Doo Netflix series. Netflix, I promise, I'll be on my best behavior. I just want to meet the dog. I just want to meet the dog just for a little bit. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
So that's what I've been doing. I've just been making these kinds of videos every day, talking about how much I want to pet this dog.
Day 2 of me very politely asking to be invited to the premiere of the live-action Scooby-Doo Netflix show so I can pet the dog. I would love that very much. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Day 2 of me very
It's just a funny thing, right? And then what happened? Day 3 or 4, something came around, and I was just going through the Scooby-Doo subreddit, as I do, r/Scooby-Doo, just because I wanted to see fans' reactions. And it was mostly mixed, which I found surprising. And so I made a video about it because a lot of people were under the assumption that this was not, that this, where did I put it? This dog? This dog here, go away. This dog here, people were saying, was not a Great Dane. It doesn't look like a Great Dane. They're like, how could they? Scooby-Doo is a Great Dane. How could they screw this up? This is clearly a chocolate lab puppy. That's what people were saying in the r/Scooby-Doo subreddit. I want to be very clear about that. I was reacting to Scooby-Doo online fan communities. So I made a video about it, and I hate watching videos of myself. I hate watching videos I make, but I think it's important for you to get the context. So here is one video.
Netflix revealed they're using a real dog to play Scooby-Doo in their upcoming live-action Scooby-Doo Origins TV show, which prompted the internet to immediately start bullying this dog. Now, some people believe that Scooby's cartoon antics could never work with a real dog, and so CGI, like my beloved early 2000s movies, that's the way to go. And that is a perfectly valid discussion to have. I'm personally reserving my judgment for when a full trailer drops. What's not a valid discussion are the hordes of comments online, especially on r/Scooby-Doo, where the fans are insisting.
So again, I want to be clear. I specifically called out r/Scooby-Doo and that it's fan discussion. Fan discussion, r/Scooby-Doo.
That this beautiful boy
and I'm showing
should never
screenshots.
have gotten the role of Scooby at all. Because Scooby-Doo, you see.
Also, just this is a tiny point later, and I don't want to really. It doesn't really matter. But like, see how polite I'm being by blurring the names ahead of time, because I don't want to call anyone out. I don't want to start drama. That's not my vibe. I don't want people to go after this whoever said this or whoever said any of the other ones. I'm being polite.
Is a Great Dane, and this puppy is a chocolate lab at best. They couldn't even get the breed right, so clearly this show is doomed before it even began. At least that's what you would believe if you only listen to the very loud, very wrong people online. Because the problem is, this is a Great Dane puppy. I get the confusion though. Great Danes have an iconic silhouette. They stand tall, angular, almost menacing, with these sharp lines that lead all the way up to the tippy top.
So I've been behind the scenes. I've been working on a video about the design of Scooby-Doo for like a year and a half now. And I've had to look at this image. I recreated this because I only found a low quality image of it, so I had to recreate this specific image. And it is, I hate, I hate dog shows, and I hate, like, how we measure dogs in these, like, precise angles and measurements and things. It sucks, but I've had to look at it so much. Anyway, continuing.
Top of their head, where they have pointy, alert ears. And this adorable angel has floppy ears. How dare they? Except, you see, all Great Danes have floppy ears, naturally, from birth. The only reason you see Great Danes with pointy ears is because we make them that way by surgically cropping them for no reason, at least in today's age. You see, Great Danes first soft launched in Germany around the 15th.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to speed up my own video if I can. Yeah.
1800s, bred specifically to kill wild boars. Unfortunately, floppy, dangly ears are a bit of a liability when your opponent is an aggressive wild card that wants to poke and shred anything it can get its tusks into. So cropping the ears of Great Danes lifted them up and away from the boar. But that was 500 years ago. Great Danes today are gentle giants who live in the suburbs and go surfing and solve mysteries with their good old buddy old pals. And while some people today will still defend ear cropping in Great Danes as a health benefit for the dog to prevent ear infections or improve their hearing, etc., the reality is there's no medical or scientific data to support any of that. In fact, the American Veterinary Medical Association and the American Animal Hospital Association.
Sorry, I hit my microphone because this is important. This is important. I'm not used to TikTok. Can I hit the arrow keys and it goes back 5 seconds? I don't want to mess it up because I don't see a scroll bar. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The point is, notice that I mentioned my sources here. I said according to there were two big acronyms: American Veterinary Health Association and the American Health of Animal. I don't know. I said them. I said them in the video. You heard it. You all heard it. I don't have them written in front of me anymore. Can I go back 5 seconds? Oh, I can. Oh, thank God. No!
Netflix revealed they're using a real...
I'm an idiot. Oh, okay. Here's the scroll bar.
reality is there's no medical or scientific data from the boar. But that
There we go.
was 500 years ago. Great Danes today
We're back.
are
We're back.
gentle
We're so back.
giants who live in the suburbs and go surfing and solve mysteries with their good old buddy old pals. And while some people today will still defend ear cropping in Great Danes as a health benefit for the dog to prevent ear infections or improve their hearing, etc., the reality is there's no medical or scientific data to support any of that. In fact, the American Veterinary Medical Association and the American Animal Hospital Association explicitly classify cropping a dog's ears as an unnecessary cosmetic procedure and generally oppose it. Moreover,
Which is true. I'm not a dog expert. I'm quoting and citing animal medical health experts that I found. All right? I just want to be clear about that. They seemed fine to me. I don't know. If you're in the comments and you're going to say, actually, they're a corrupt organization that wants dogs to suffer, then, like, I didn't know that. But this seemed legit to me. That's not really the point. No one actually called me out for that. I don't know why I'm like defending it like this is bad. No one said those are bad sources to me. I'm just saying.
surgery. All surgery comes with the risks of complications. So why would you expose a perfectly healthy floppy-eared treasure to the unnecessary risks of an
That's also important too. This sucks.
cosmetic procedure and generally oppose it. Moreover, it's surgery. All surgery comes with the risks of complications. So why would you expose a perfectly healthy floppy-eared treasure to the unnecessary risks of an unnecessary surgery? You wouldn't. You shouldn't. Put simply, there is no reason to crop a Great Dane's ears in this day and age. The only reason people still do it today, especially breeders, is because it just doesn't really look like a Great Dane without those pointy and alert ears standing forever at attention. It just doesn't look like a Great Dane. Case in point.
I just realized too, I specifically called out breeders, and I think that was probably where I went wrong. Because I learned that my biggest critic is a Great Dane breeder, and I didn't realize that at the time when all this went down, and now I'm like, oh, they probably just feel called out. Because I called them out, I guess. Anyway.
It's also worth noting, because if I don't the comment section will, that Iwao Takamoto, the person who designed Scooby-Doo and the rest of the Mystery Inc. gang, deliberately gave Scooby-Doo the exact opposite traits of a prize-winning Great Dane show dog. He's not boxy and angular, he's round and lumpy. His gait is goofy, his chin is weak, and his ears are only half pointed up, as if they've been cropped but poorly. I've been working on a giant video about the design.
Yeah, so I said, I'm working on a giant video about it. That's my film theory, is maybe his ears were attempted to be cropped, but it was poorly done. It doesn't really matter. It's not super important, but either way.
Of Scooby-Doo for the last 2 years. It'll be out at some point eventually, but my broader point is this. Scooby-Doo was never meant to look like the other Great Danes you've seen in your life or in pop culture. So if your first thought when you see the purest, most precious pup named Scooby-Doo is this even a Great Dane? Then I think the show's off to a good start. And don't bully dogs on the internet. Not that they can't log in, but still, it's not a good look. Also, this is day 4 of me asking Netflix to invite me to the premiere of the show when it happens, so I can pet the dog. I would like to pet the dog. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Netflix
Pet the dog. I want to pet the dog. Please let Netflix invite me to the premiere. I want to pet the dog. All right. Can I raise my mic volume? Yeah, sure. Sorry if it's too quiet. Anyway, this microphone volume, this microphone seems fine. I can still raise it if you need me to. If you just mean the alternative, well, you can like turn up your own volume. Anyway. So this, I don't have a lot of followers on TikTok. It's similar to Twitch. It's similar to live streaming. I'm just trying out lots of new stuff, like 5 or 6 years too late. So I had like 3,000 followers at the time. I now have like maybe 5,000. And it is almost exclusively because of this video, which somehow did numbers. I think it's just because it was a trending topic. So it has like 5,500 views, like 100,000 likes, all that good stuff. So I was not expecting this video to take off. I was just trying to make a silly video reacting to the fact that people were saying it's not a Great Dane. It doesn't even look like a Great Dane. Shouldn't they have used a Great Dane? And me going, it is a Great Dane, but I understand why you think it wasn't, because I assume the ears are floppy and you're used to Great Danes having pointy ears. Here's the reason behind that. It's a classic NerdSync. It's a classic NerdSync, right? It is me saying I want to use pop culture and something that I'm interested to teach about real world stuff, or really just to have fun, just to be goofy a little bit. You know what I mean? So this video went, out of control for me anyway on TikTok. Like as I said, I don't have many followers. I have less than 500,000. And I have less than 5,000 is what I meant to say. And this just went nuts. So anyway, then I got a lot of comments under that video saying it was never about the breed. It was never about the ears. I got comments that were effectively like, it was never that the dog doesn't look like a Great Dane. And even if it was that, it was that the ears are wrong. But it's not even that the ears are wrong. Actually, idiot, we had nothing to do with the ears. No one talked about the ears. No one talked about it. Is the real problem that we have is that it's the wrong color. It doesn't look like Scooby-Doo, and it doesn't have the spots of Scooby-Doo. So the coloring makes him not look like Scooby, and the spots make him not look like Scooby. And this is going to be a trend you'll see every time I upload a video. And thankfully, this is the last time, but it's going to happen again. Every time I upload a video, the comment section is, it was never about yesterday's thing. It was always about today's thing. And that's what it feels like reacting to internet discourse in real time. Is everyone wants to be a hater for some reason, and when someone points out, hey, that's actually not a good reason to hate it, they'll find a new reason and say, oh, that first reason, I never actually hated it for that reason. I hate it for this new reason and always have. So anyway, we'll watch this one now, but I want to be clear that I made this next video once again responding to the Scooby-Doo community and comments that I saw on my video from people specifically saying the coloring and the spots make this dog not look like Scooby. That's what they're complaining about. The dog does not look like Scooby-Doo. I want to be clear, that's what I'm making this next video about. Because
I posted a video yesterday about how
and I say that because people will misinterpret the reason why I made this video. Anyway, I'll go.
Netflix. I posted a video yesterday about how Scooby-Doo fans are loudly hating on this puppy who is set to play Scoob in the live-action Netflix Scooby-Doo Origins TV show. The comments I kept seeing online were that this perfect little pup isn't even a Great Dane.
What is that sound? I didn't add that sound.
And even if he was, his ears are too floppy. So after
You all hear that, right? That background audio? That sounds like... What is that? I didn't add that. I didn't add that. Did I accidentally add that? Where's the music coming from? Now I'm just confused. Now I'm just confused because I for sure didn't add that. That is so weird.
Day 7 of
All right, anyway.
I posted a video yesterday about how Scooby-Doo fans are loudly hating on this puppy who is set to play Scoob in the live-action Netflix.
I didn't add this. It's throwing me off. I'm very confused. It was on both the YouTube and Insta posts, I believe. Okay, all right. Give me 1 second. I want to get to the bottom of this. We're taking a detour. I'm opening up DaVinci Resolve. What did I do? What did I do? Because there's only two places this could have come from, and it's not in DaVinci Resolve. Okay, there's nothing in DaVinci Resolve.
I posted a video yesterday about how Scooby-Doo fans are loudly hating on...
Okay. The only other place it must have come from is... Well, you didn't hear it on Instagram. You can't hear it on the YouTube short. It was TikTok added this sound. TikTok added this without my consent. Why? I should also say that the first video that I just showed you, it wasn't posted to YouTube. It was posted to Instagram, but it got held back. Like it wasn't in the full algorithm because it was over 3 minutes long. So I couldn't post that first video to YouTube, which sucks. I mean, I could have, but it wouldn't have been a short. It would have just been a vertical long form video, which is the worst of both worlds. So anyway, did I see the set pics? He does have spots. I guess we'll talk about that. If you have I don't know if you could send links through. I guess I'll try to find it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's go back to the thing. That just threw me off. Now I don't want to listen to this, but I have to.
Scooby-Doo Origins TV show. The comments I kept seeing online were that this perfect little pup isn't even a Great Dane, and even if he was, his ears are too floppy. So after debunking those claims, this is a Great Dane puppy, and all Great Danes are born with floppy ears, suddenly, and to no one's surprise, there are new reasons why fans are upset. It was actually never about the ears, but rather, he's the wrong shade of brown, and he doesn't have those classic black spots. How dare they? And I want to start with the color of...
Oh yeah, sorry.
Scooby-Doo's fur because it's the funnier one to me. I challenge anyone out there to give me a definitive, official shade of Scooby-Doo brown. I'll even help. Tell me which one of these is the correct shade of brown. I'll wait. I'm trying not to be mean here, all right? But do you really think that over the last 50...
That pissed people off. God, this music is so annoying. Why would TikTok do this?
7 years since Scooby-Doo premiered, that they have always used the same shade of brown for his fur in every iteration. They don't even do it across merch. This is a light tan version of Scooby, and this one is gay. Heck, Scooby-Doo in the Cyber Chase specifically showed...
Whoa, shout out to gay Scooby. Let's get some rainbows in the chat. All right, sorry. Gay Scooby, let's go.
That the gang's coloring has changed over the years, including Scooby, whose fur used to be much darker. In fact, if you go back to the very first episode of Scooby-Doo Where Are You, you would see that Scoob's fur used to be this rich, warm, chocolatey color, which not only makes me hungry, but also looks a lot like the fur on this little cutie, if we're being honest with ourselves. And Scooby's fur seemed to get even darker when they introduced Scrappy to help distinguish the two, with Scrappy's fur being a lighter tan color that I think most people think Scooby's should be. Which means, and I'm sorry to do this to you, you might actually be a fan of Scrappy-Doo. I think what's going on here is that people are so used to the early 2000s live-action films.
This music sucks. It like ruins my punchlines. I'm trying to be funny and goofy, and it's making it so serious. Yeah, happy Pride, everyone.
Scooby's fur was...
If you follow me on Twitch, you're following a queer creator. I'm just throwing that out there. And it's the best thing you can do for the queer community, is to follow me specifically. Yay! Ozzy Rob W! Thank you for the follow. The best thing you can do for the queer community during Pride is to follow NerdSync on Twitch. Specifically, that's what you can do.
More of a lighter tan color rather than a deep, rich brown. And since this new show is also live action, the puppy should look the way we remember Scooby looking like all those years ago. And hey, I love those films, evidenced by the fact that I refer to them as films. They are sacred texts. But there is no specific Pantone number for Scooby's fur. If you have one, alert the authorities, which is me. I am the authorities. As for the lack of black spots in this dog's fur, this one is a little trickier, I'll give you that. Honestly, the official photo looks like there could be a black spot here behind the leg, but the video they released alongside it shows more angles of the dog, and it's probably more like a shadow or a wrinkle or something. The only way we can be 100% sure if this dog has spots or not is if Netflix invites me to the premiere of the live-action Scooby-Doo show when it comes out so I can pet the dog. Please let me pet the dog. Either way, I'm excited to read the comments under this video to learn even more reasons why people hate this meddling mutt. Y'all are really starting to sound like the villains in these stories. I posted a video yesterday about...
And hey, I called it, right? I knew there was going to be even more people giving more reasons why they don't like this dog. Now, yeah, according to a commenter on YouTube, some dogs grow the spots later on. I don't know if that's true of Great Danes, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter for what we're going to talk about today. So, I made this series of 2 videos. And I want to ask you, this is the thing. All right, I want to be completely earnest. I know we're having fun, we're being jokey, but this is me being genuinely sincere. I was not expecting the videos to do well. This one did less well, but the first one did very well. But it's this one that someone responded to. And to be completely honest, I was having a very good day. I was out and about with my wife and my baby boy and my wife's parents. And we were all on, we were doing a nice tour of a local farm. It was a special day where all the kids got to come and see all the animals. It was a really great day. And then I, at the end of the day, really the middle of the day, I get on my phone, I see, oh, there's a notification on TikTok. And I don't have notifications for likes and comments. I do have notifications on for people stitching my videos because I, in the past, friends or fans have stitched some videos and it's been fun. So I had that on, not expecting that it was going to be like a call out post. Basically, if you've seen the thumbnail of this video on YouTube, I know Twitch doesn't do thumbnails, but if you saw the thumbnail on YouTube, the quote, "Educate yourself," was literally what was said to me. And so I'm sort of mockingly throwing it back in, but it ruined the rest of my day, or at least a good portion of my day, because whenever I get called out for spreading misinformation or something like that, or being deliberately bad faith is what I think this person is ultimately trying to say. I genuinely feel bad. My first instinct is I did something wrong. I screwed up. How can I make it right? And it was difficult to go to, just because I just felt so bad. And it was only after talking about this with my some of my content creator friends, specifically Tulok the Barbarian, a good friend of mine, a great friend of mine, and of obviously my wife as well, and sort of talking about it, that I'm sitting here going I screwed up. I fucked up. And then I hate that this video is making people feel like I did something wrong. And it was only after talking to them that they were like, Scott, stop. That you are not in the wrong here. But I want to get your guys' opinions. So I know that you're all going to have bias, because if you're here and you're in this very small amount of people who are watching, which is, I think, maybe 75 people total, if you're here, you're already likely a fan of me. So I know that there's a bias going into that. But I do want to show, it's going to be hard for me, but I do want to show you the response video that someone made. And I want to get your opinions on it. And I want to defend myself a little bit. And I don't know. I just really want to just talk you through what's going through my head. But let's go through this. Hey, thank you, Raptorus, for the follow. So this is the video. Oop. Is it not working? Why isn't it working? Which one of these is the correct shade of brown? I don't know why. Oh, that's why. Duh, idiot. Idiot.
So none of those.
Which one of these is the correct shade of brown?
So none of those are a correct shade of brown, because
Sorry.
Because brown is an incorrect
We'll play it at
color
regular
in
speed.
Great Danes. What you're missing is
Sorry. We'll go
Shade
back.
of brown.
So none of
Oh
those.
my god. Sorry, I'm just trying to because I'm recording, I just want like a clean feed, but the TikTok thing just keeps
So none of those are a correct shade of brown because brown is an incorrect coat color in Great Danes. What you're missing is the bigger picture, and you're missing it because you don't have the knowledge about dog breeding in general or color genetics to understand what's happening on the internet, why people are upset. So people are saying it does not look like a Great Dane because it does not. It's a poorly bred Great Dane that the film industry solicited to use from a bad breeder who is exploiting the parents for money. The breeder is intentionally producing off-standard colors. The only breeders who do that are breeders who are breeding specifically for money. They dress it up as much as they want to and try to say, look at my nice facilities and how much I love these puppies, blah, blah, blah. But they always miss the bigger picture of things, and they're literally exploiting the parent dogs for profit. This might surprise you, but it's not just one puppy being used. It's many, many puppies being used because they have to maintain the same age of the puppy while filming during the show. All of these puppies have been solicited from bad breeders. Like, they're a very small equivalent of puppy mills. That's how you can look at them. It's also not just Great Danes. It's been confirmed that it's also Vizslas and Weimaraners that are died. If it had been from like a rescue or a shelter where they had gotten like look-alike puppies and dyed them, 100% okay. Would have been totally fine with that. The fact that they're soliciting bad breeders and allowing those breeders to go on and claim notoriety to try to fulfill the demand that additional demand that Netflix is going to create by promoting these poorly.
I know I wanted to play this all through, and I still will. But this point I think is I'll be honest. This point I think is silly. What they're going to say. We'll address all of this in due time. I also agree. I would love to see sources. And that's what's been frustrating to me too, is like I feel this pressure to make like a response video to be like, oh yeah, and here's all this breeding information, but it's like I have to like look up these sources and I have to figure this out. Because I just feel like I feel like now I don't know, like this comment annoys me. Watch him ignore this video. That comment annoys me. I left a big long comment and I'll go through it. But so I don't know that it's I agree. I would like to see sources, but now it's sort of like if I want to make a response video to this and say like talk about breeding information, like I'm not an expert and I feel like I have to suddenly become an expert and find all this information. Anyway, let's continue.
Bred dogs is atrocious. That's what everybody is mad about. So like you don't know what you don't know, and I understand that, but you're super confident in your wrongness about this whole thing. So do a little bit more research and get humbled about why doing this is not okay. Like it's not okay to solicit a ton of poorly bred puppies from bad breeders who are exploiting the parents for money. Example, a breeder recently posted on Facebook that a couple of her puppies are being used for the Scooby-Doo movie. She bred the dad at 10 months and the mom at 18 months old. She bred puppies to produce more puppies. So exploiting the parents and then turning around and exploiting the puppies for entertainment and money as well. It's just a vicious circle that needs to stop.
Which one of these is the correct?
So there's a lot of stuff in there. Like I said, my immediate instinct was, I fucked up. I did something wrong. But it was only after talking with my wife and talking with my friends about this situation that they said that a couple things that really enlightened me on this situation, which is, number one, this person does claim to be a breeder. So it's hard for me, like on one hand, I'm like, okay, cool. A quote unquote expert, who would know information about this. But on the other hand, it's like clearly some bias there as well. Again, yes, the sources I'm trying to figure out, I couldn't quite get either. But this is the issue, is it's not just this one video. It's now become like every other comment or every third comment on my videos is people basically copy pasting this whole same thing about like, it's not about these things. It's not about the things. And I want to be clear. This is just so hard. And you'll have to bear with me because I have like a million thoughts going on in my head. This is so difficult because you have to understand. And I thought I made it very clear that I'm responding to Scooby-Doo fans and what their problems are. I had screenshots from the subreddit. I mentioned the subreddit. Even in the second video, I talked about fans specifically are responding in this way. I'm using Fred to hold up my microphone in these videos. It is clear that I am not trying to present myself as a dog breeding expert. I'm presenting myself as a person who likes Scooby-Doo, responding to bad takes about Scooby-Doo online. And now it's not, and again, if it was just this one video, I would still feel bad. So I'll be honest, I would still feel like I fucked up. But it's not this one video. It's like every third comment on my videos now saying that saying the copy pasting this whole same thing about like, it is about the dog breeding. It's unethical breeding, backyard breeding. Great Danes aren't supposed to be this color. But it's not what I was responding to. And so, like, my frustration comes in with this person saying, like, you are missing this, like, you're deliberately obtuse or, like, you're intentionally misrepresenting the point. Like, you don't understand why people are actually upset. And I do understand why people are actually upset. It's just one type of person, which is the Scooby-Doo fans who I'm responding to. I think what happened here is I made a video about Scooby-Doo, about a cartoon. I made 2 videos about a cartoon dog meant for the audience who cares about the cartoon dog. And some reason, beyond my control, it escaped that sphere, that online community, and has jumped into dog talk. It has become dog TikTok, who are thinking I'm talking about them. They're thinking I'm saying, look at these silly dog people who are upset about this dog and how I'm going to misrepresent why they don't like this shade of brown. That's what they think about me. And it's like, this was never for you. This was never about you. I did not go looking for you. And I'm sorry, and like, and in that sense, like, I am sorry. Like, I am genuinely sorry that this video or these series of videos escaped the bubble that I made them for against my will and crossed over into a community who thinks I'm talking about them. And so I know everyone is saying, like, just ignore it. And it's one of those things where I want to make a response video, but it's not going to be my initial reaction was I'm going to make a response video about this information because, like, I thought that was the responsible thing to do. But it's just become so complicated, and I don't know what's actually, like, real, and it's hard to take some people like this, their information as fact, when they're clearly biased. They didn't even like, we can get into this, but they didn't even really like that I mentioned that dog cropping is considered to be an unnecessary cosmetic procedure. Now, that was, I thought, pretty light-handed of a criticism of ear cropping. Cropping dogs' ears is what I meant to say. I thought that was a pretty light-handed way of handling that, because I wasn't saying don't ever do it. There's no reason why you should ever do it. I was just saying, here are sources saying that it is an unnecessary medical procedure generally. They generally oppose it. Now, it's a short, it attempted to be a short video. It was too long to be a YouTube short. But ultimately, what I wanted to also say, but had to delete, was basically that every dog is different. Every animal is different. If there's a legitimate medical reason why a dog needs to have a surgery of any kind, then yeah, that's up to the doctor, to the veterinarian and the dog and their owners and things like that. But even still, then the people like this in these comments, and I'll show you in a second, were basically saying like there are ethical ways of cropping ears. And I'm like, yeah, man, I know. So anyway, my point is, if I'm going to make a response video, and I feel like I want to make a response video, I don't think I would actually talk about this information necessarily. Because at the end of the day, I do just feel like I am not equipped. I'm making these videos in like 2 hours, in like a 2-hour span that I have when Emily is watching the baby. And I can get a little bit done. And the whole point of doing these was so that I could just do something fun and have a creative outlet that I can't do in long form videos while the baby's still so young. And so I wanted to make these as a way to like make disposable content that is somehow not disposable because it keeps getting latched onto. So if I make a response video, and I want to, I keep starting this sentence and I don't finish it. What I'm trying to say is I would want to just talk about this concept, about like, I made these videos about Scooby-Doo, and it was for the Scooby-Doo community. Because I get frustrated, like this person says in their video, about like what you're missing and what you don't understand is it was never about this, it was always about this. And I'm like, no, but it was about the thing that I was responding to. Maybe not in your community. Maybe not in the dog community. But in the Scooby-Doo community that I was very clearly addressing, I used Fred to hold my microphone. Those were the actual comments. Someone liked it. Is someone in my chat here? All right. Anyway, the reason, this is why I also brought up earlier that like I blurred the people's comments on Reddit because I don't want to send people to like harass people. So like, please do not go to this person's TikTok. Do not leave a comment on this person's TikTok. Please don't. I know someone just liked my comment. Please don't do that. Just ignore them, please. Because this is what I don't like. I don't want it. This is why I feel I've turned off stitching now. Like I believe I've turned it off so that people can't stitch my videos because one thing like ruined the fun for me. I'll read some of you guys' comments because they're good. But I'll tell you, this was my initial comment. This is while I was still like in a sort of panic state, sort of like entering a little bit of a depression of the day. And I felt like I had to do some like, I don't know, damage control, I guess. So I said, thank you for the information. I will make a follow-up video about this. So already I do feel like I sort of painted myself into a corner by saying that I will do this. Thankfully, I just left it vague and said I will make a video about this. So again, if I do a follow-up video, I probably would just talk about like, hey, I'm sorry you all feel this way. This was not about you. Anyway, in the meantime, I want to be clear that I was responding to real comments and complaints I saw as I saw them in my feed and in the Scooby-Doo communities I follow. So again, this is what I'm saying. I saw them in the Scooby-Doo communities I follow. I will say the stuff about breeding and backyard breeding and like if Scooby-Doo, if Great Danes are supposed to be this color, that to me, I only saw it in the Scooby-Doo community on r/Scooby-Doo yesterday, which was at least a full day or two after I made these videos. Oh, Cynthia, thank you for subscribing. That's huge. Anyway, I said unethical breeding did not come up in my comments until these last 2 days or 2 or so days, which is true. Again, my initial comments under the first video hadn't mentioned it like the day of, maybe like 1 or 2 people, I don't know. But then it's just this flood of comments where people were talking about unethical breeding. The other comments and complaints about the ears or how the dog is too dark and doesn't look like Scooby-Doo were the ones I was seeing in the spaces I follow. So again, being very clear, I was seeing those in the spaces that I specifically follow. But ultimately, I believe we're on the same side here. If you go back to my original video about the dog's ears, I had a big log section about how it's an unnecessary medical procedure for a perfectly healthy dog. I care about the health and ethics of animals. I just simply was not aware of this aspect and had not seen anyone mention this until after I posted my other videos. Thanks again for the info. All right, I got a little cheeky. This person who said watch him ignore this video, and I gave it a little high. I gave a wave, you know, because I was like, ha ha ha, I'm not gonna.
Which one
it.
of these is the correct?
I got a little cheeky. I'll be honest. with that one. They responded. Thank you for responding. I look forward to seeing your advocacy of ethically sourcing a puppy that isn't within the standard. Hint: only from rescue shelters. Even this is such a loaded comment. Response from this person. I look forward to seeing your advocacy of ethically sourcing a puppy that isn't within the standard. I mean, and I posted about this on Blue Sky as well, and people had great points there, as you know, which is like, even if a puppy is within breed standard, it doesn't mean it's healthy. You know, there are certain breeds of dogs that are inherently unhealthy because that's just the way that breeders breed them. That's the way that even the most ethical breeders, if you're trying to get a purebred of whatever, which already feels like unethical, but either way, some breeds are just not healthy because that's just how they were created. They're going to have health problems even if they meet breed standards. So like that's already a complicated wrench to throw into this. And again, I have to respond to all this in a 3-minute video or less. So it gets very complicated. And as I said in my original video, I was responding to somebody else, which it's not in here. Oh, they deleted their comment. Sorry. Someone else replied to my thing saying, like, just so you know, the original poster, Sam here, the original poster is pro cropping dogs' ears. They believe there's an ethical way to crop dogs' ears. And then so I responded, as I said in my video on the subject, I was citing these places that I said, who said, quote, a cosmetic procedure, ear cropping is a, quote, a cosmetic procedure with potential negative outcomes for the animal. That was a summary of ear cropping from the American Veterinary Medical Association. So like they had a whole paper about it, but that was their like 1-sentence summary is it's cosmetic, potential negative outcomes. That was the whole summary, so it wasn't even like potential positive outcomes either. That was just like, that's the end of the sentence. So, and then as well as the American Medical Hospital Association, who wrote that they are, quote, opposed to ear cropping or tail docking for cosmetic purposes, again, cosmetic purposes, as well as for breed standard purposes. Obviously, every animal is different, and some may legitimately need it for medical reasons, but I cited my sources, and I hope you understand how I came to the conclusion I did. This is responding to a comment that is no longer there, so I feel like a fool for taking the time out of my day to once again point people to the sources that I cited initially already, and they didn't listen anyway. So that is sort of frustrating, because now this creator was like, it's not about this, I don't feel the need to address that, but I respect your positions on it. But I'm just like, I wasn't responding to you, sorry, I was responding to another person. I'm new to TikTok, and that initial comment is gone, so that is sort of annoying. Anyway, that's the whole situation. That's the situation. I'm gonna go back and read some of your guys' comments because I've just sort of been telling you about them. Feel free to copy and paste some of the comments you already said, just so I can see them. All breeders are bad, doing it for money and upholding healthy, unnecessary breed standards. Yeah, this is basically what I was saying. You know, some breed standards are just inherently unhealthy. Unless they're enjoying a dog that can talk, they should enjoy their part of the internet and leave your clout alone, for sure. Don't respond directly. They're not your target audience. Yeah. 100%. And I wasn't going to stitch anything. I don't like that feature. It feels very like old school YouTube, like reply guy sort of a thing. don't make a follow-up video. Yeah. The best thing to do is ignore them since they want more Discord. And this was the other thing too, is this is what Phil was telling me. This person's account name is the Great Dane Scientist. And again, I want to be clear. I want to stress this. I said it already, but I'll say it again. Do not go searching for this person. Do not harass this person. Do not comment on any of their videos. Don't do anything like that. Leave this person alone. All right. But if you go to their thing, their handle is the Great Dane Scientist, and I love that the first thing is I'm not a scientist, dog trainer, or influencer. So just very, very funny. But I pointed out because Phil, when I didn't realize that was their handle, and Phil was like, "What is their handle?" And I was like, "Oh, it's the Great Dane Scientist." And Phil was like, "Scott, what has happened here is that there is news about a Great Dane in pop culture, and your video was popular. And now this person whose name is the Great Dane Scientist, Great Dane in their name, and who is a Great Dane breeder from what I can tell, is just trying to capitalize off of that, off of this news and try to get clout off of it. I will say, I'm glad to see they have more followers than me, so I don't feel like I'm punching down. So that's good. I think it's also, and I don't want to be the tone police, all right, but it was also just frustrating to like see that, see their video, and
Which one of these
and it just like
is the correct shape?
You know, me over here trying really hard to like be polite and cordial and just say like, you know, thanks for the info and all this stuff and explain myself without trying to be defensive. And then this person is just like immediately out of the gate, like what you're missing, what you don't understand, and you're so confidently wrong. It's just like, it's such a... I'm not a dog person. I like dogs. I don't have dogs. I have cats. And it really, just these past couple days has really made me feel like dog people don't... It's made me not like dog people. So I know at this point, now that I've said that, no apology I say is gonna do anything. I'm just reading your guys' comments now. Yeah. Oh, great, excellent point, Aussie Rob. When I say which one of these is the correct shade of brown, and it's 4 cartoons, and they're like, none of them. Great Danes in real life aren't supposed to be that color, and I'm like, hey man, yeah, I know. I'm not talking about real life. Look at your screen. But again, it doesn't matter because everyone has just been jumping in the comments saying it's not about the cartoon dog. Even though I'm reacting to people talking about the cartoon dog, all of the real dog people are saying it's not about the cartoon dog. It's about real dogs, you idiot. I'm getting worked up. I wanted to approach this earnestly and sincerely, and I'm willing. You know, I'm willing to eat my words and to you know, do whatever, but it's just hard, man. This is the sort of stuff on the internet that I do not like. You initially saw 5 good boys. Thank you. Just keep making your silly Scoob videos. All right, let me see what I can do here. I'm gonna do on, I don't know how to do this on Twitch yet, so I'm really sorry for everyone who wants me to do, stuff on Twitch. I'm gonna create a poll on YouTube if I can. Can I? Does YouTube have polls anymore? Engage with your audience. Start a poll. All right, I'm gonna create a poll that says, should I create or should I respond? Should I make a response video? And I want to be clear when I ask this. It's not going to be directly to this person. It is just purely going to just be this idea of I'm talking about Scooby-Doo. I'm not talking about real Great Danes. I never have been. The comments I'm responding to. It's basically just going to be everything I've already been talking about with you for 3 minutes. Should I make a response video? Yes or no? And I'll try to see if I can figure out how to do this on Twitch really quickly. Is there a way to do it? Type /poll. Oh, thank you. Wait, what did that do? Okay, so /poll. Open up a setup menu to create a poll. Well, it didn't do anything. Oh, wait, manage poll? Create new poll. All right, I got it. All right, thank you. Thank you. All right. I have a poll now on Twitch. I think. So far, no is winning in most places. Okay. I have a feeling I know how this is going to go. But I appreciate the honesty. It would probably get views, but it would be a wasted effort. How do you feel about making a response video? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if I'm recording this live stream, I can just pass it off to an editor, and this could be my long-form response video. I think that's the thing that frustrates me the most, is if I were to make a response video, it has to be under 3 minutes. Thank you, Alan All 34. And I think that's I think it's frustrating because it's like the same thing with all like short form, whether it's like posting on, Twitter or X, the everything app, whether it's posting on Blue Sky or any of these like short form things where you only get a certain amount of characters. It's like you're not going to be able to say all the things you want to say. And even if you have a whole thread about it, who's going to read the whole thread? And it's also just like, yeah, there's also a part of me that is just like, if I make a video anyway, I don't want to create drama or stoke drama or continue drama. I agree. I think the only reason to make a response video is that you said you would in that comment, but also who cares? Make the woman watch an hour-long video. No one will. Anyway, I feel like I understand. So Mopey, if Mopey's still here, Mopey was here earlier and said, like, I missed a day because I've been posting every day about I want to go to the premiere of this show to pet the dog, and I missed yesterday. And it was partially because of this. It was partially because I just wasn't feeling it anymore. It, like, ruined how much I want to engage with the internet or this whole thing, which just really sucks. No, I know, Mopey, you didn't mean it. I know. Making a response will continue and create more drama. I agree. I wasn't going to call out anyone in particular because, again, I don't like doing that. You know, I blurred all the comments on Reddit. All right. And so I hate I wouldn't stitch this person. I wouldn't mention this person. Again, it's not really this person. It's that every third comment is about the same thing. It's about like people copy pasting, and it's just frustrating. It's just so frustrating because it's so like arguing in bad faith, where it's like, I understand that maybe you and your community are upset about this, but to imply that I am intentionally misrepresenting what you're upset about is wild, because I'm not even talking about you. This guy is misrepresenting what the dog community is upset about. Hey man, I don't care about the dog community. I wasn't talking about the dog community. You're misrepresenting what I'm talking about in my video. I'm getting worked up. I don't like getting worked up. Nah, it's good content, but I don't like getting worked up. Scrappy Doo is you're into a fun response video. True. What was this? Or you can make light of it, like talking about cartoons and TV shows, and you step on a landmine of real world issues. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks because, like, you know, there's a part of me that is sort of like part of what NerdSync is using real world or using pop culture to teach about real world things, whether it's good things or bad things. And so, like, there's a part of me that's like, maybe I would have in the past actually made a video about it. In fact, in this big video I'm making about the design of Scooby-Doo, I talk about just specifically ear cropping at least a little bit. The color didn't really come up. And maybe I'll have to make an amendment or something. But, like, you know, like, it's just a small thing where I'm like, hey, look, I'm just going off of what these experts say about it, and that's sort of my take on it, because, you know, I'm not an expert and I don't want to claim to be an expert, that sort of thing. And it's just like, I could bring that same vibe to, you know, to short form TikTok stuff, but it so defeats the purpose of why I'm doing it right now, which is I can't afford the time right now to make all these big video essays that I want to make. I only get a couple hours a week to, like, work on video essays. And if I instead want to use that time to make short form videos because I think they're fun, but now I feel all this pressure to make them as, you know, accurate as possible, and I have to do all this research, I'm just like, I'd rather just not talk about the real world issues at that point. I'd rather just not talk about the real world. I would much rather just stick to talking about silly cartoons in short form videos and save the real world stuff where I really want to dive into history and culture and you know, just real world topics. Save that for my long form video essays where I have the time to do that research, to expand on topics as thoroughly as I want to, and not feel like I'm rushed to cram as much information in as possible, both in terms of how short the videos have to be and how short of a time I have to work on them. So that's just like another frustrating part where I'm like, I just want to make these for fun. I have another outlet, which is my long-form videos. I can use my long-form videos to talk about real-world issues, and I have, and I will continue to do so. But for this, for little videos like this, I just want to be goofy and silly and respond to bad faith, you know, Reddit comments. Exactly. Save the real-world stuff for when you have time to fully articulate. This is like shouting at each other on 2015 Twitter. It's pointless. I agree. Hey, it updated. Get coffee sometimes. Is that 2? That's awesome. I think you should keep shorts as a space just to have casual fun videos. You can't control if your video gets to an audience outside your space, and these folks won't care about you or what you do. Yep. I would agree. The financial, this is big too. The financial cost too of all the research and such. It takes away from other work you could be doing. Yeah, that's the thing too. It's my friend Phil was like, "Oh, your video took off. Got 500,000 views on TikTok. How much did you get paid for that? How much money are you raking in?" None, baby. $0. $0, 0 cents. And I have a child to look after. Oh, man. I do kind of wonder if the real issue is that the woman is a breeder who's mad her dogs weren't picked and taking out on whoever's. I don't know about that. I can't speak on that. I don't know. It does. This is the thing, too. This is what I was saying earlier. It's like part of it is like, well, it's nice. There's a nice part. I'm going to put the music back on. Sorry, now that we're not watching videos. But there was like an element of it where I was like, oh, there's an expert who wants to tell, because I love, in my actual videos, I love talking to experts on a specific subject. And it's like, I love, getting an expert's opinion, but it's so clearly, there's a big difference in like being an expert on something. You can be an expert on something, but you can also be like extremely biased, like, I have an example in my head. I don't know if I want to say it, but it's basically just like, yeah, it's like I'm an expert on, I don't even want to say it because I don't know the rules about demonetization. I don't know the Twitch rules about demonetization, but you know what I mean. You can be an expert on something and be so highly biased that your expertise becomes null and void because it's clearly coming from a place of wanting something. Thank you for the Twitch Prime, Gary CX JK. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hey, did you guys know that if you subscribe to Amazon Prime to watch, any of their shows or to just get faster shipping or free shipping or whatever, you can pass that along. You get one free Prime subscription on Twitch a month, I think, and you just give that. You just give that to whoever you want, like maybe a queer creator who you enjoy during Pride, and you just have a free Twitch Prime sub that you can give them. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps support those people theoretically. So I appreciate that. In her second video on this, she pointed out the tail on the pup is CGI because behind the scenes photos show it as a malformed tail. So I don't want to get into it, but like, what are we doing then? What are we doing then? I don't know. Am I missing the point? Like, it just feels like, do you want him to be a perfect purebred Great Dane? I don't understand. It's a different. But they also pointed out that there's dozens of dogs used on the show. So what do you mean it's CGI? It could just be a different dog. She wants views. I know. She's just in it for the views. Yeah. Well, this was the other thing I didn't understand, and maybe I'm just misunderstanding this too, because in their response video and in other videos, they're like, they didn't just use one Great Dane, they used all these other puppies as well for like maybe wide shots where it doesn't have to look exactly like a Great Dane. So like on one hand, they're saying like they've bred dozens of Great Dane puppies that are supposed to look like this, and it's not breed standard and it's unethical breeding to have dozens, but also they're using all of these other types of puppies for wide shots because they don't have enough of the Great Danes. And it's like, so are you accusing them of having dozens of these same looking Great Danes that are unethically bred, or are you saying that they have a bunch of these other dogs that potentially aren't unethically bred? I don't know if that's the case, if that's what they're arguing, but there's a bunch of other dogs in place so that there maybe aren't dozens of these brown chocolate colored Great Danes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's so, I don't understand to me, it feels like one or the other. Maybe it's not, maybe I'm misinterpreting it. But it's like in one breath, you're saying there are dozens of these chocolatey Great Danes that are not supposed to be bred this way. And because they didn't have enough of them, they also have these other ones. And it's like, which one is it? Did they have a lot of them or did they not have enough of them? Is the Get Coffee sometimes a Twitch thing? It is. It's a Twitch subscription thing. If I get subscribers on Twitch, then it goes up. Really good point. And without citing their sources, these points are too muddled to take seriously. It's just so confusing. I'm not opposed to the idea that there is some shady dealings at Netflix. That was another annoying comment I got a couple times. And thankfully it's not as, often as this one about breeding. But like the one that I kept getting at least a couple times is, people being like, here I am going to defend a billion-dollar corporation. And it's like, buddy, you don't know me. I'm not defending Netflix. I'm defending a dog. I'm not here to say Netflix is infallible. I'm not here to say that a billion-dollar corporation or however much Netflix is worth is good, actually. Of course not. Now, I know people don't know me on TikTok as well as they do on YouTube. So they don't know what my views are. But that was just like another frustrating one as well. Because I could talk. It's a complicated thing where I'm just like, I don't know what the sources are. I'm not opposed to the idea that Netflix is doing something scummy. It could absolutely be it almost certainly is the case. If not in this instance, in another instance, 100% Netflix is not doing anything, is not doing, they're doing some stuff wrong. I can guarantee you that. And already I'm not going to be invited to the Netflix premiere. All right. I get it. I'm not going to pet this dog now because I'm talking about this. I'm defending people who actually worked on the show, not just funded it. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I want the people making the show to have a good time doing it. And I think you're right. Yeah, there are people. I don't know if the people on the show did all these unethical breeding stuff to get the dogs. I would love to see the sources on that. I think there was a Facebook post mentioned in one of the videos that people have said. But otherwise, I just don't know. Netflix's lawyers would not want the breeder doing that, would they? There's got to be NDAs for everyone on staff at that breeder. And that was the other, yeah, I mean, because I guess there was a Facebook post about this breeder that was taken down, but people have screenshots of it. So already that is really tricky, hard for me to, I hate saying it, but it's hard for me to take that seriously if I can't see the Facebook post for myself. If the Facebook post was taken down and we're just going off of people who have saved it and who are coincidentally also breeders. I don't know. It's tricky. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying it's tricky for me to believe it. Is Netflix going to have the puppy talk? This was the other thing too, is I've seen conflicting reports about this. Some people have said that the puppy is going to talk, and it's going to be voiced by Frank Welker, and some people have even gone as far to say that Frank Welker said he would only voice Scooby-Doo again if the puppy was live action. all of these things I've seen reported on, but I haven't been able to find definitive evidence for. In fact, if you look at Netflix, I'm going off of the Netflix website, which like their own press releases, because like there are people who have speculated about all this stuff, and who will have said like, oh, I found this information. And even on the Wikipedia page, there are like people reporting that this stuff is true. But like, it's hard, like when you go to like the primary sources, when you go to like, this is actually what Netflix has released about the show, like officially released about this show, none of that seems to have been confirmed. So hard to know. I'm not opposed to somebody else doing like a deep dive on this and like finding out what is true and what's not true. You know what I mean? If someone says, you know, if somebody says, or finds more information about it and it turns out to be true, then that's cool to know. I mean, it's obviously bad. It's just at least right now, it's like hard for me to, and even there, I'm like catching myself because I'm like, am I only saying it's hard to believe because it's coming from a person who immediately right out of the gate made me feel bad and like ruined my day, and is also biased because they're a breeder like themselves? Are those the reasons why I don't trust it? Is it because it actually seems not true? It's like this is one of those things where like I just want to separate myself from the scenario. You know what I mean? Someone else do it. Someone else do it. Not me. I want to apologize because I didn't realize that some people had sent, I think, super chats. So I didn't see these earlier. I love these Pet the Dog shorts. The color one I actually shared with all my friends because I enjoyed so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Happy Pride, by the way. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that too. This is actually a really good question. We'll close down because I think Emily's home. She's probably been home for a bit. I missed the drama, but I'm going to vote yes for a response video because I like it when people... Oh, not this. I didn't mean to do this one. Oh, can I turn off the YouTube poll now? I'll turn off the YouTube poll. It was only supposed to go for a couple minutes. End poll. The results, I believe, are a resounding no. Twitch, it was 90% no. YouTube, I think it was... I can't find it anymore, but I'm pretty sure it was almost exclusively no. Yes wins? That's not right. No, it was 70% no, 30% yes. So most people are saying no. Most people are saying no. The poll has now gathered data from outside the relevant zone. Fair enough. All right, I won't make a response video. This is my response video. Let's play one more game and then I'll just close it out. Thank you for hearing me out. This is just an annoying situation. And I appreciate you all being here. I know you're all biased. You're all biased. You're all biased little fools who just want me to be happy. Gross. Let the dog breeder vote. There's no telling that they didn't. All right. Let's play Marveldel. Yeah, if I want an objective answer, if I want a very correct answer, I'll let them vote. Let's play Marveldel. And we'll end the stream from this. We'll do guess the character. We'll do MCU. That's easier. All right, hit me with a good MCU character. I feel like we used to have one that we could start with, or we tried to find one we could start with. I feel like Hulk is pretty good to start with, but Just hit me with it. Loki, I'm seeing Loki first. Loki's the one I saw first. We're doing it. Sacred Timeline Loki. Bad guess. Bad all around. Oh, this is too zoomed in. I can't quite read. Oh, you know what? We'll just, boop, we'll do that. There we go. I should have probably just done that from the beginning. Just get rid of my sidebar. Have the whole thing be content. Miss Marvel. All right, so we know the character is not male. We know that it's not an anti-hero. Not a frost giant. Has none of these powers. This is actually huge. Has none of these powers. None of these powers. So not strength, not resistance, not regeneration, not magic, not elemental. That's huge. That limits a lot of people. Strength? Resistance? That limits a lot of people. Origin, not from Jotunheim. Affiliation, not Revengers. And appearance is almost certainly then this has to be a character who has appeared in movies and TV. So we have to think of a character who has appeared in movies and TV, and all of the rest of this is wrong. Kate Bishop is good. Peggy Carter is good. Kate Bishop is not good because Kate Bishop has to have appeared in a movie. Peggy Carter is great. Peggy Carter is great. Right? Not male, not an antihero, not a frost giant, has none of these powers, not from Jotunheim, no Avengers, movies and TV. Peggy Carter is very good. We'll do that. Much better round this time. Powers none. So that's huge. Human, female, not an agent, not an anti-hero. So it could just be hero or villain still. Not affiliated with S.H.I.E.L.D. Everything else is accurate. Sharon Carter would still be an agent, I believe. So it has to be a human female with no powers in movies and TV shows. And is either a hero or a villain. Is Karen Page in a movie? I don't think so. Pepper Potts is good. Pepper Potts wouldn't officially be affiliated with S.H.I.E.L.D. Am I missing something? Was Kate Bishop in a movie? Everyone keeps saying Kate Bishop. I haven't seen all the newest Marvels. Was she in a movie? What movie was Kate Bishop in that I didn't see? The Marvels? Kate Bishop was in the Marvels? I'll take your word for it. All right. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. I didn't see that one. All right, all right. It is Kate Bishop. Well done, everyone. And I never doubted you for a second. And I want the record to show I never doubted you for a second. I didn't see the Marvels mostly because I just felt free from Marvel at the time. And I didn't want to go back and commit myself. Even though I love Kamala Khan so much. But I never watched it. And I feel like a fake fan. And I am a fake fan. All right, let's do the comics. These are significantly harder typically. And we'll end it from here unless this is way too easy. And we get more hints and things like that, I assume. Give me a character. Give me a character from the comics. Let's make it a villain. Make it a villain. Give me a villain. We didn't even type a villain in last time. Magneto. I don't know if he will actually count as a villain in this. It's complicated, but I like where your head's at. I'll take it. Anti-villain. Anti-villain? I didn't even know that was a category type. Fascinating. All right, so they had to have appeared from past. You know what? I just remembered I like doing She-Hulk as the first guess because She-Hulk debuted in the 80s, and that gives us a really good year range to go above, like after the 80s or before the 80s. That's okay. It doesn't matter now because we need a male from Earth. Anti-villain. I'm stuck on this. Look up anti-villain, please. It's not even a dictionary word. I have to look that up on a website. All right. Devil dinosaur. Earth male. Well, now here's what I will say. It has to be either... Well, it has to be human. So we know it's not mutant, because I don't think there's just mutant. I think there's human mutant. Maybe there's, like, creature mutant. I don't know. But it's almost certainly just at least partly human. Part human something. Or it is a mutant, but not a human from Earth. That doesn't make sense. It has to be a human, at least part human from Earth. I am guessing. Human, but not mutant. Punisher. I'll do Punisher. Unless, do we think Punisher is going to be another anti-villain? Give me a classic hero. Give me a classic hero that can fit in here. I'm thinking like a after 1963. I need a classic hero. Cable. So we get in the 90s. That's good. Yeah, I like the 90s. Yes. Yes. Very good. Ooh, even newer than Cable. Cable's 85, actually. Even newer than Cable. Male superhero. Human mutant cyborg is correct. That's huge. We need another human mutant cyborg. At least part of these powers are correct. This person has at least some of, maybe other powers that we haven't guessed yet, but at least some, not all of these. From Earth. All right. Human mutant cyborg. I guess I just misunderstood because I thought this meant that it was only one or the other, but it means it's not complete. It is still human mutant, but human mutant cyborg is correct. Bishop is my also next guess. I don't think it's Wolverine. Wolverine would have been before 1985, right? And I wouldn't consider Wolverine a cyborg. Bishop is the only one that makes sense to me. If we get both, if it's Kate Bishop and regular Bishop, that would be very funny. So close. So close. That would have been very funny. Deathlock? All right, so we know kinesis is not part of this because Magneto. So no kinesis. Strength. Regeneration is almost certainly part of it. Perception, potentially. Psychic, but not kinesis. I'm going to assume probably not psychic, but you never really know. Is Deathlock a mutant, though? That's true. I don't know. Forge. Let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. Forge is not on here. We have Forget-Me-Not. Human mutant cyborg superhero. Bastion. human. I'm just trying to think of human mutant cyborg. I'll be honest. I don't know who Bastion is. Is Bastion a superhero? A human mutant cyborg superhero? It doesn't matter if Forge is too old. Forge isn't on here. Villain. Okay. Male superhero, human mutant cyborg. That's rough, man. We don't get another hint until we guess 2 more. All right, we're changing the strategy. Hey, someone followed me, but I don't know who, and it didn't show up on the thing. Won't you be my neighbor? Followed. Thank you so much. Angel. It can't be Angel. Angel was like OG X-Men. It has to be after 1990, 1991. This is a brand new character. This is a character that was invented last week. Yeah, focus on power set. Let's get wild with it. Forget about some of these. Let's not try to find one that fits everything. Let's try and get the power set right. So who do we think has, I'm going to guess regeneration and perception is probably part of it. And let's also try to narrow down the year. Actually, this is going to be the biggest thing for us. If we can narrow down the year. So who came out in like, I don't know, late 90s, 98. I know Deadpool did. Did we just do a Deadpool and see if it's before? Because was Deadpool 98? Or am I making that up? Was he earlier? Earlier doesn't feel right. We can also do like a 2000s sort of character. We can do like a we could do a Miss Marvel. Miles Morales. Miles Morales is good. Let's do Miles Morales. That's going to help limit the years. I know this is not right. Deadpool was 85? That's not right. Someone look up when Deadpool was created. I was pretty sure he was late 90s. But I could be wrong. All right, we've got our span. It's a 20-year span somewhere in the middle here. There had to have been a new Marvel character created in the year 2000 or 2001. 91 was Deadpool? Okay, that wouldn't have helped us then. I knew he was the 90s. He's the most 90s character you could think of. Jessica Jones is 2000s. Is that true? Interesting. Do we get even lower? If we can get early 2000s or late 90s, would be great. I'm trusting you. I thought She-Hulk was 80s. All right. I don't know. I don't know what everyone is saying. Jessica Jones, I know is not right, but we need to limit it down. Okay, we're getting the year a little bit better. Now, instead of a 20-year gap, we've got a 10-year span, all right? Sometime between 2001 and 2011. So really just between the year 2002, because I think if it was the correct year, we'd get a green. So it has to be 2002 to 2010. Amadeus chose 2005. Does Amadeus Cho go by the name Braun? Yeah, I was pretty sure She-Hulk was the 80s because it was the last Marvel character that Stan Lee helped create, and before he was like gone from the company. It wouldn't be Rocket Raccoon. I like where your head's at. It wouldn't be Rocket Raccoon because it does say Origin Earth. He goes by Braun. Okay, I'll guess Braun. We're so close to narrowing the date. It's 2002 to 2004. 2002, 2003, 2004. We have a 3-year span. Oh, and we can do a quote. We forgot to do this. This might give it away to some people. So here's my rule, all right? Here's my rule, chat. If you get the correct answer, if you know what the answer is, after we get the quote, or you've already played it or whatever, you do not tell me. You cannot write it in the chat. You can leave clues. You can give me hints to help me even further. You do not spoil it in chat. Now, some of you are just going to continue to play the game and you're going to write names. You're just going to write names. And so at this point in the game, I'm going to say if you're going to write names in the chat, you have to give me an explanation of why you think it's that person, because otherwise I am just going to think you're spoiling it and you're telling me what the correct answer is, even if you're not. So we're all going to be very nice people right now, and we are going to not spoil the game, and we're going to have a very nice, victorious last thing. If you figure it out from the quote, give me hints. If you're still guessing, explain why you want it. Don't just write a name. Does everyone understand? I hope so. Back to the game. It's cabled. We've been here before. All right. A few 100,000 volts. I'm not so easy to hurt, Mr. Summers. Oh, Mr. Summers. A few 100,000 volts. I'm not so easy to hurt, Mr. Summers. Someone who's interacted with Scott? That's a big clue, says KP Fetstyle. An electric baddie. It's not a baddie. It says superhero. They are a superhero. Whose power, I assume now we know, is resistance to something. For sure. Male superhero. A human mutant cyborg. Resistant. Interacted with Scott Summers, presumably. I'm not so easy to hurt, Mr. Summers. A very new-ish character. 2002 to 2004. Could have acted with a different one. That's true, that's true. The only person you can think of is Mr. Sinister, but it's superhero. And Sinister's the wrong year. So why are they fighting Scott, theoretically? You're right, you're right. There's another Summers brother. A few 100,000 volts. I'm not so easy to hurt, Mr. Summers. Hey, everyone. To people who know this answer in the chat, was there a meme about this character? Like 4 years ago? Was this character a meme that was constantly being posted on Twitter? To the people who know the answer, was this character a meme? A small meme, maybe from a movie, not the actual comics. It was kind of a meme. It wasn't actually a meme. It was just like people would post the same things about this person. I'm going to do a little bit. Okay, you know what? I don't want to do research behind the back. We're thinking out loud. Is Darwin a real comic book character from X-Men First Class? No, not that guy. Yes, but he's not a cyborg. You're right. You're right. You're right. And when you're right, you're right. And when you're right, you're right. I thought that would be fun. Because he's not so easy to hurt. He's Darwin. He can be a cyborg. You're right. He ain't a cyborg, but he could be. He's not on the game. He's not in the game. They didn't put him in the game. I mean, we can try Havoc, but why would he be talking to his brother like saying Mr. Summers? He'd say bro. And Darwin is 2006, so it wouldn't have even fit. Grrr. All right, we have to just type in something because we can't just do it. We'll do Havoc. I know it's not right. Havoc is way, way too young, or like too old, I guess, rather. But we need to do something because if we get another one, we get another hint, another comic. Energy resistance. So for sure resistance is a part of it, which we already knew. Why are the notifications not showing? Thank you for following. Raina Smith. Thank you for following. I think that's what happened. Wrong layer? No, the alerts are on top. I just don't know why they're not showing. They were showing before. This is the same scene we were using for TikTok, to watch TikTok. They just stopped showing. I don't know why. Agent X. Who's that guy? Who's that guy from Weapon X, who I think is Weapon 11? When was he created? What's his name? I made a video about him like at the very first year I was doing this. Oops. No. No. Not that. I'm doing my own secret research. Even though I said I wouldn't. No, not from the movie. Or was he Weapon 9? I don't remember. You know what I'm talking about? The guy with the skull face? I'm not looking at chat right now. You guys have probably already said it. Phantom X is who I was referring to. Thank you. But some people are saying Agent X. You're right. Deadpool is Weapon 11 or something like that. Phantom X is who I was referring to. And he is on here. But we'll do Weapon X. All right. He's not even on here. So we are going to do Phantom X. This is going to be just like Otters. My heart's going to guide me to the right answer. Come on! That was raw skill, baby! This is when, you know, sometimes when we play this game, I feel like I've never read a comic book in my life. And then sometimes I fucking go, Phantom X? Does anyone remember Phantom X? Let's go! The guy's done it. Like I said, it's just like Otters. When I called it earlier, I said, oh, I bet Contexto, it's going to be Otter. And I did it. And I didn't need any of you. I needed all of you. And I needed your help so much. Thank you for that. All right. I will wrap it up. Thank you all so much for joining. I don't know if my video about the Weapon Plus program holds up, but it was like one of the first videos I did that I think got an okay amount of views. So if you want to watch it, it's where I learned about Phantom X, and I just thought he has a cool character design, and just a weird name. But anyway, because it's not like Phantom like PH. Phantom, he's not like the Phantom X. It's like Phantom X. It sounds like a pharmaceutical drug, you know? Take Phantom X. Oh, hey, Scott, can I get a quick trans rights? Absolutely. One second. Trans rights. Trans rights are human rights, okay? And if anyone tells you differently, they're wrong, and they smell bad, and they owe me $5. So I don't like them. Trans rights are human rights, everyone. How did my monitor get so askew, like so in the way of the camera? I think I just banged my desk a lot throughout this whole thing. Oh, I think, you know what? It was more so I think I banged my desk a lot and I moved the camera a bunch. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I really appreciate all the feedback and everything. If you have any more feedback about this whole situation, let me know. Hit me up on Blue Sky or Instagram, on one of those two places. I don't check them very often, but I do my best. And I really appreciate everyone who gave me a follow on Twitch today, everyone who subscribed on Twitch, everyone who gave a super chat. Really appreciate it. It is Pride Month. I am queer, so you are supporting a queer creator by doing that, by following and subscribing and all that good stuff. It helps support me and Emily and our new baby boy, and we really appreciate it. I think with that, we're not gonna extend the goodbyes too much. This has been very fun, kind of infuriating, but not because of you guys. And I'm gonna hit the outro music. This is the outro music now. Victory outro music. I should have done it when I called Phantom X. I gotta get better at that. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I will do another live stream very soon, I hope. I don't know. I wanted to do one every week, maybe every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. We'll see. Thank you so much for joining, everyone out there. I appreciate it. I don't know if anyone is on Twitch that I can raid. I'm still not understanding how that system works, but I'll figure it out. Thank you so much for joining. And, raid channel. Who's live? Who's live that we can raid? Shout it out. If you know someone you want me to raid, I can do that. Swell Entertainment is live. We'll do that. Bye.